Good evening. Hello, hello, hello. Welcome everybody to my YouTube channel. Miss Fierce here from the Fierce Trade House. If this is your first time, by all means, please smash like, subscribe, and click on the notification bell, guys, so that anytime I post up any new content, you're updated immediately. So once again, thank you for tuning in, and I'm really excited about this video that I'm going to be doing today. And it's all about prop firms. And I know since ever since I posted there was a video I posted a couple of weeks ago on the Funding You Challenge, that garnered a lot of interest, and a lot of people were asking me, okay, so how did it go? And I did post a video on that last week but one. So if you haven't yet watched that, please go and check it out. And also, a lot of people are also asking, okay, fine, um, what is all this pop farm business? And the thing is, there are so many new traders coming into the industry, learning this skill, and the reason why prop firms are here is because of you guys. Okay, so if you don't know what a prop firm is, let me start there before now I talk more. But the title of this video, as you can tell, is my favorite top 3 prop firms. But I'm also going to mention just basically a range of different types that I've actually gone through, researched on them, and for me, I'm just giving you what I think, in my opinion, are the top 3. Okay, so but before I go there, let me also say this. So why a prop firm, and what is a prop firm? So basically, prop firms are companies that give traders like you and I, whether we are brand new traders or existing traders, access to trading capital. Exactly. So if you've always been like, oh my God, I don't have capital, I don't have money to trade, don't worry. A prop firm, that's what they're here to do, to just give you access to capital. Now, the only catch is you need to pay a fee to access the different categories of capital that they have on offer, from anywhere from 10K accounts to 20K accounts, 25K accounts, depending on the prop firm, 100K, 200K. Some prop firms like Ment Funding have 1 million bob up out of the gate. So really, really awesome. And yes, so if so I know I did mention Funding You as one of the first. And the reason why was because out of the array of prop firms, they are the only ones that actually give traders access to a free challenge to access their funded account. So you don't have to pay any fees to access their capital. Okay, you just need to go through an extra phase of evaluation, pass that as well, and then you're good to go. Now, the only challenge with Funding You was that they were kind of brand new-ish. So basically, in this space, there's a lot of competition, and I know a lot of people have been coming back to me and asking me, so are they legit and everything? And I do believe they are. I just think that they're still very, very fresh out of the gate, and because of their free accounts or free challenge, whereby now you can get a free funded account, they were getting an overwhelmingly huge response of activity on their sites, with people making applications because guys are really excited about the free phase. The only downside to that is that it will take you longer to get funded, unlike other platforms where it's just 2 phases. With Funding You, it's 3 phases. Okay, so anyway, watch my videos on Funding You, and then you get information there. I don't want to talk about them here. That being said, so today we are talking about my favorite 3 prop firms. But before I do that, I just want to also mention a couple of things. Now, let's look at them at a glance. And in this sense, I mean that I'm presenting this information based on how I've categorized the various firms out there. Okay, some of them are new, brand new, newer. Some of them are older and more established. Okay, so I've put them in 3 categories. Again, this is my biased opinion. I don't work for these prop firms. I don't get anything from them. I mean, I'm not trying to promote them or anything. I'm just giving you what I have experienced with them. And so my 3 categories, I have category A, and the prop firms in category A, I've kind of divided them into 2. So they're the ones that, a second category in category A that gives you direct funding offerings, whereby you actually trading live funds from the get-go. Most prop firms, you don't trade live funds from the get-go. You trade a demo. Okay. And I guess that usually makes sense for them because they're protecting their money Okay, before now they get the legit traders who actually pass, not really legit, but the traders who actually pass and are good. So it's neither here nor there, but this is how I categorize them. So category A of prop firms includes the, FTMO, my forex funds, and these are prop firms that have given a 5-star rating according to me. Okay, maybe somebody thinks differently, but according to me. Now, FTMO is number one because, and I'll explain about that later, but so I won't talk about that now. So FTMO, My Forex Funds, The Funded Trader, E8 Funding, Traders Central Fund, The Prop Trading, True Forex Funds, and Digital Pit. Now, you'll notice that from the Prop Trading, True Forex Funds, I lowered the star rating for whatever reason. Again, do your own research, find out. But for me, I just put them at 4.8, 4.7, 4.5. But basically, these are my category A prop firms. If I was to think of a prop firm to go for, these are the ones I'm going for. Okay. Now, the ones that offer direct funding are 5%ers, Blue FX, and CTI. Okay. So check them out. I'll put their links as well. Or you can just go to their website, just Google them, guys. They're there. But I gave them a rating of about 4.7, which is fine, which is really good. So those are my category A prop firms. And then I have my category B and C. So in my category B, I have 8 prop firms. We have BioTrade, we have Phenotype Funding, we have Top Tier Traders, we have Trader Seed, Top Step, Fiddle, Crest, Ment Funding. Now, Ment Funding I know pretty well because I actually was in a group where the founder was kind of like in a mentorship group of sorts. And last year he was talking about Ment Funding launching it even before it was actually launched. Now, what I like about Ment Funding, despite me putting them in category B, is the fact that unlike other prop funds, which have a minimum days in which you need to pass the challenge, okay, so some prop firms are like 30 days, others 32 days, 35 days, initial phase 1, then phase 2, you have like 60 days, maybe 65 days. With Ment Funding, there's no limit, there's no minimum, there's no period for you to pass their challenge. You can take forever, and it's only one step challenge. It's not like a 2-step like most majority of the prop firms out there. We do have others like Funded Trader, which is actually gives you options. You can take a 2-phase challenge or you can take a 1-step challenge. But Ment Funding I liked from the get-go is that you buy, I think their minimum account is like 225K. And once you purchase that, it's a bit, I mean, compared to other prop firms, it's a bit pricey, but and the leverage on there is equally less than other major firms. And I think that's why I put them in category B, because the leverage is pretty low. The ones in category A and category A, you'll find leverage of 1:50, 1:100. I think Ment Funding is like 1:5 or 30. I'll confirm that, don't worry. But it's small, and then the good thing is you can literally take a year to pass your challenge. There is no pressure. Now, why is that good? Because I'm a trader and I know the kind of trader I am. And I find that when I'm trading under pressure, I'm not as great a trader as when I'm just trading relaxed. I mean, pressure meaning I have specific time to hit a 10% or 20% target. It's pretty, traders, we don't want to trade with pressure. So Ment Funding allows that, okay? So it's actually easier to pass than maybe the majority of the other prop firms. So that's category B. Then we have category C, which also includes newer firms. Now, category B are also newer firms as well. And in category C, we have Blue Guardian Capital. And obviously, you can see the rating goes to 3.5 and below, between 3 to 3.5. That's why I put them in category C. Blue Guardian Capital, Blue Live, FMS Traders, Kickstart Trading, Lux Trading, and Core Equity Capital. Okay. Now, just so you know, okay, how I came up with these categories in putting some in A and B and C, just note that I actually considered a couple of things in my rating. And again, this is a neutral perspective. Someone else will come and say, no, FTMO are bogus, this other. That's fine, guys. It's just my biased opinion. So some of the things that made me think of this is I I looked at it from a perspective of authenticity, in the sense that how authentic are they as a company, how legitimate, how stable, where are they based, their strength of the company. So for me, FTMO, in as much as I prefer like I have three top and FTMO tops it, but the second prop firm that I'm going to mention is my fave, okay? But FTMO beats them just because FTMO has been theirs forever. Like even before I started my trading career as a trader, I knew about FTMO. We even purchased an account in our other business. We're trying to invest in Forex and get traders to trade for us. That didn't go too well, but anyway. So I've known them and I've seen their website, for example, since then, how they've grown, and definitely these guys are at the top of their game. Okay, so that's why they're number one. Obviously, I've taken the cat out of the bag already and told you who's number one of my favorite. Anyway, so I was looking at authenticity of the companies, confidentiality. Are they transparent in their dealings? How popular are they? And you'll know some of these platforms that I'm mentioning are very popular. And then there's, office location, like I said, contacts. Are they easily accessible online? Yes. And then website design. I mean, basically their websites and their dashboards and the dashboard and matrix and stuff. And you'll understand that if you've never used a platform, what the matrix means, just being able to monitor your performance in the back office, easy accessibility or navigation of the website, and so on and so forth. I also considered pricing, and I've compared all these platforms, and that's how I came up with my top three in terms of pricing. The rules for trading that they give you as a trader, some are very restrictive, some are flexible, some are just awesome, some are just terrible. So basically that, like some platforms just don't allow you to trade news on weekends, don't allow you to hedge and so on and so forth, don't allow you to use some allow you to use EAs. I was looking at their drawdown criteria, their trading conditions, payouts, like basically by trading conditions, I'm talking about slippage spread, trading instruments that they have on offer, trading time allowance, ability to take retakes, scaling plans. Like some prop firms have scaling plans. Like you can start with, let's say, 10K, but you can keep scaling that account all the way to $1 million or $2 million. I know FTMO gives you up to $2 million, and so on and so forth. Then obviously, frequency of payouts. Are they paying people? Support and services, the time it takes to just open an account, activate an account. Some programs take forever, others are fast. Immediately you open an account, I was going to say chap, that's Kiswahili for fast. Immediately you buy an account, you get confirmation in your email, you get your credentials. Some companies may take 24 to 48 hours, it depends. The leadership, the CEO, the staff of the company, how they are, how accessible they are. And then creativity in their offerings, are they bringing anything new to the industry? What are the unique features that they offer vis-a-vis others? Do they have promotional offers? Transactional methods as well. That's what I also looked at in terms of payments and withdrawals. Like how easy is it to buy an account, and how easy is it to access your profits once you made some money and profit shared your capital and your profits and all that. Like what are the withdrawal options, how long does it take, and so on. So I actually looked at all those things, guys. Okay. Now, so you all know already that my fave, actually not my fave, but my number one on this list, it could be number two because I have my fave, but I'm going to be fair and I'm going to put FTMO as my number one option. And why I'm talking about FTMO is because honestly, they've been at the top of their game for the longest time now. Like I said, since 2018, and I know they are older than 2018 when I first heard about them. I mean, 2018, and that's 5 years. I mean, that's four and something years. That's awesome since I heard about them, but they've been there since before. And something else I like about them is that they have a free demo account, meaning free trial, meaning that I have time to test their platform for free, trade with their conditions and parameters for free, and practice before I actually buy or take a live account. I mean, I buy one of their challenge accounts, which I think is awesome because you want to actually be sure that you can do the challenge, because these challenges sound easy and easy access to cash, but you can find that it's very tricky to pass a challenge. So the pros are like really awesome. Their customer service is awesome. That was for me a good thing. Profit split is amazing, up to 80%. I think even they increased it to 90%, depending on how you scale your account. And they'll, again, like I said, they allow you to scale your account up to $2 million. So you can start with 10K and just scale it, scale it, scale it, scale it. They have different payout methods. They have bi-weekly payouts, meaning that the profits that you split with them, you're paid every 2 weeks. And then there's limitless trading style. You're not restricted. Okay, let me put it like this. With FTMO, you can have two different types of accounts. A normal account where you can scalp and do your intraday, and then they have a specific swing account. Now, on the normal account, you cannot hold trades over the weekend, which was a con for me. And you can't trade news, but they kind of fix the trading over the weekend with their swing account. So if you're a swing trader, okay, if that's your style, you can open or you can purchase their FTMO swing trading account and swing along. And then they have absolute drawdown, daily drawdown. Absolute meaning that it doesn't shift, it doesn't change, meaning that if they tell you it's 5% daily drawdown, then it's 5% based on the capital that you started with at the beginning of the challenge. Some prop firms will give you that 5%, but relative to your capital of the day. So if your capital goes down, then it's 5% of the capital of that day. It does not have to do with the initial. So that's what I like about them. It's absolute, so it's easy to just remember. Sometimes if you trade with different prop firms, you can forget some of these minor rules. They are fully automated. You can see they have a really snazzy website. Like I said, this was not their website when I saw it first. They have a nice dashboard. They've really upped their game, guys. That's one thing I can say for sure. I don't know why it's saying 0. So I guess this website is still loading, which is fine. And they're trustworthy. They're reliable. Like I said, the cons are their high subscription fees. FTMO, you're awesome, but your fees. And then in stage 1 of the evaluation phase, they have a 10% target. Now, this is not necessarily a con, but compared to some, my favorite prop firm, well, there are other prop firms are offering 8% target monthly. Okay. So 10%, that's 2% less. So yes, that's where they kind of like get competition. And then, like I mentioned, they have restrictions with their trading style. You can't trade news, you can't hold over the weekends. But like I told you guys, their swing accounts solve that problem. Then they also tend to have slippage issues, which I guess is why they don't like trading weekends or you holding trades over the weekend. So that's MFF. Look at their snazzy website. Look at their snazzy website. Very easy to navigate, very clean. And you can see the people who've taken their trade. They're really professional. I love FTMO. Yeah, so this is one of my number one, my top prop firm. And then we have the second, which is my favorite, but I put it in number 2, like I said, my Forex funds. Okay. And the only reason why I put them at number 2 is because sometimes they do take long with their withdrawals, longer than maybe FTMO. And they also their customer service used to be awesome in the beginning. But I think when there was a time when we had, there was a program called Funding Talent that went down last year. And there was a huge surge of traders from Funding Talent jumping onto MyForex funds, because MyForex funds has very competitive pricing. So a lot of people like it. Like if you can't afford FTMO, like FTMO is like the caviar of prop firms, and then MyForex funds is like the second tier, like a second tier bank or something like that in terms of category, So their pricing is on top, is just awesome. I love their pricing. However, they take long sometimes to respond to, because of the upsurge of clients that they got last year from Funding Talent. They do sometimes take a long time. Before we'd have live chat, you'd speak, they had their Telegram, Discord group whereby you'd speak to their support live 24/7. But now they removed their support from Discord. I think they were a bit overwhelmed. And now you can only speak to them through live chat on the website, which sometimes takes long. We can email them, which is not too bad, but based on what I was used to before, like instant gratification, well, that's why they are my number two now. But the good thing is they have a minimum. Okay, first of all, like I said, their pricing is way better than FTMO, way better, like way better. Just explore it. Then their bonus, they have a minimum trading day rule of 5 days. Most prop firms have a minimum day trading rule of 10 days, meaning that maybe you pass the challenge, the first phase within 5 days. You have to wait for 10 days before you go to phase two. Okay. And the same with, so now imagine with my Forex funds, 5 days, if you pass, you're good to go, you move to phase two. So you get to finish the challenge phases faster and you get faster access to funding ASAP. Okay. And then I like their spreads compared to FTMOs. Then their 5% daily drawdown is relative. So for me, that is their con. Like I said, FTMO have an absolute daily drawdown whereby that is based on capital, the capital you started with at the beginning. Doesn't matter anything else. But with FTMO, I mean with my Forex funds, it's relative to your equity of the day. So they calculate it kind of differently. So if you don't pay attention to that, you can find yourself violating your account accidentally. It's happened to me before. And I was like, what, how? But I've passed, and then you realize, the relative daily drawdown. So please, I don't want to take too long discussing this. Just go to their website and look at the fine print in terms of their relative, understand it vis-a-vis FTMOs, for example, over an absolute drawdown. Then, yeah, they have customer support live chat, which sometimes is not as great as, what they had before. It was instant access to their support on Discord. So that's my Forex funds. And the good thing about my Forex funds as well, they have a range of products. Okay, so they have the evaluation accounts, then they have a rapid account, they have an accelerated account. So you kind of find they have everything for everyone. And like FTMO just has the evaluation account. Okay, so that's also another thing. So if you want more variety in terms of products, you can come to MFF. So that's MFF, guys. Then we go to my number 3 prop firm, which is the funded trader. Okay, the funded trader, TFT in short. And TFT has really transitioned and transformed, evolved, may I say, in the last few months. And it has gained a lot of trust in my heart. I did a video about the funded trader, and I think a week or two ago, and or early last month. Oh yeah, actually early this month, because I wanted to let people know about their trader competition. So they have every month they have a trader competition. And I think that's what I like about them, because again, they give you an opportunity to practice on their platform and with their parameters and drawdown rules and all those things. And you also get to compete. Now, if you compete and you win, they have like, I think 20 tier of prizes. And if you're one of the top 20, you actually get a free funded account. You just need to win the competition. Obviously, it's quite competitive because I think last month there were like about 3,000 or 4,000 competitors. I think the March, so we can see, so January competition had the least, about 3,000 contestants, obviously because they were just starting. February, they had 8,000. March, we have 12 more hours to go before they close out the registration for March competition, which is 7,800. Okay. So if you pass this, so if you haven't registered and you wanted to register for the competition, just come here, guys, click here, register for the March competition. If you pass the March competition, I think in March, they're giving you 100K demo account. If you pass that, man, or rather if you win or you're the top 20, you get discounts on your, so let me show you the rules again. Okay, I've covered this. I really don't want to cover this on this because I've covered this in a video on YouTube, so I don't want to cover this right now, although I've already clicked on the rules. Basically, they have more products than most prop firms. So they have 2-phase challenge accounts. They have one-step challenge accounts, meaning you just take one step and you're done with your challenge. They have another one. I think they have an instant funding or something of the sort, and then they have the competition. So if you win the competition, the first place you get a 200K funded account. That's awesome, right? Yes. So guys, there you have it. These are my top 3. Oh yes, and then on the funding trader, their daily drawdown is 6%. Now, most of these other platforms, it's 5%. So that's why I say they've really made it even more harder for you to decide who to go for, because they're offering quite an interesting, extras on top. And like my Forex funds, they also have a daily drawdown, an overall maximum daily drawdown of 12%. But they have an up to 90% profit split, which again is good. Their spreads on crypto are awesome. Yeah. So, I mean, guys, between FTMO, my Forex funds, or the funded trader, it's really up to you guys. It's really up to you. So that's it for today. If you liked this video and you enjoyed the content, and if you want to just read about this, these different firms that I've mentioned, I've actually posted an article on my blog on the fiercetradehouse.com website. So you just go there and you'll be able to read basically what I've been talking about, but at least highlighting these companies. And yeah, so thank you guys for tuning in. Please share, like, subscribe, click on that notification bell if you haven't yet done so, and see you soon. Bye-bye.